In a world where every celebrity's move gets dissected online, how did no one notice this one? Grimes, the eccentric artist, producer, and ex of billionaire Elon Musk, just revealed something no one saw coming. She quietly unveiled a large, intricate face tattoo that had been hiding in plain sight for months. The Genesis singer shared a bare-faced selfie, showing a bold circular design around her left eye, and fans were shocked. Even more surprising, she admitted she got the tattoo months ago, and somehow nobody noticed. Not her friends, not her fans, not even her own parents. Now, the internet is buzzing with one question. Why did Grimes keep it secret, and what does this mysterious tattoo really mean? Let's uncover the truth behind Grimes' unnoticed transformation. It all started when Grimes casually dropped a makeup-free selfie on X, and the internet lost it. There it was, impossible to ignore once you saw it. A large, circular tattoo encompassing her left eye, looking like something out of a futuristic myth. But the real shocker, Grimes confessed that she got the tattoo months ago, and somehow the entire world missed it. "I literally got this a few months ago and nobody noticed," she wrote, adding with a hint of disbelief, "Idki, this face tattoo is imperceptible. But it's my fave tat." Fans flooded her comments with stunned reactions. Some called it otherworldly, while others said it made her look like a character straight out of a sci-fi film. But for Grimes, this wasn't just a random artistic choice. It was the end of a decade-long journey toward self-expression. She explained that she had spent 10 years emotionally working up to the idea of a face tattoo. And when she finally did it, no one seemed to notice, almost as if it was meant to stay her own quiet secret for a while. But make no mistake, this was more than a tattoo. For Grimes, it was a statement, a symbol, and perhaps even a form of rebellion. And as fans tried to decode the mysterious design, Grimes began to share more about the story behind it. For most people, getting a face tattoo is a spontaneous, rebellious decision. But for Grimes, it was 10 years in the making. She revealed that she didn't just wake up one day and decide to ink her face. This was something she'd been emotionally preparing for over the course of a decade. "Spent like 10 years emotionally working up to a face tattoo," she admitted, almost laughing at herself. But when the moment finally came, it felt surprisingly natural. "I guess I drew on my face too much, and literally no one noticed," she joked. Even her own parents didn't realize she'd made it permanent. That detail alone says a lot about Grimes, an artist who's always blurred the line between performance and reality, between who she is and who she creates. This wasn't about shock value or chasing attention. It was about liberation, a quiet rebellion against beauty norms, a personal evolution that she'd been shaping in her mind for years. Grimes has never fit neatly into society's expectations, and this tattoo, a bold circle etched across her eye, is the latest proof that she's not trying to. But what exactly does this mysterious design mean? That's where the story takes a deeper, almost mystical turn. At first glance, Grimes' new tattoo looks like something straight out of a sci-fi film, a bold, circular pattern wrapping delicately around her left eye. But this isn't random ink. It's part of an artistic philosophy known as cybersigilism. The design, created by tattoo artist at Glyphomancer, blends ancient spiritual symbols with futuristic, cyberpunk aesthetics, a visual language that feels both sacred and alien. Grimes described it as genius-level work, praising the artist for pushing tattoo culture into a new era. In her words, There's a true beauty, delicacy, and innovation in these kinds of designs. To her, they aren't just decorations, they're portals of expression, representing technology and humanity merging into one form of identity. For Grimes, this tattoo is more than body art. It's a symbol of transformation, a statement that she's not afraid to carry her creativity, quite literally, on her skin. It captures everything she's about, the collision between machine and emotion, chaos and beauty, the future and the soul. And while most fans were stunned by the design, others noticed something deeper, a reflection of where Grimes is now emotionally, especially after her turbulent years with Elon Musk. Grimes has never played by the rules, especially when it comes to beauty. For her, appearance isn't about fitting in. It's about rebellion. Earlier this year, she posted on X, venting about what she called the choking grip of beauty culture. She questioned why women are constantly bombarded with messages telling them they're not enough unless they buy, change, or conceal something. Her frustration was raw and real. Do any other women feel like you're being choked to death on beauty culture? She wrote, adding that it enraged her knowing she couldn't fully protect her daughter from those same pressures. For Grimes, that's the real tragedy, not imperfection, but the societal obsession with perfection. This new face tattoo, then, isn't just an aesthetic choice, it's a protest. A declaration that beauty doesn't have to look polished or conventional. It can be alien. It can be abstract. It can even be misunderstood by choosing to mark her face, the most scrutinized part of a woman's body. Grimes is flipping the script. She's reclaiming control from a culture that constantly tells women how to look, reminding everyone that art and identity aren't bound by anyone's approval. But as bold as this act of defiance is, there's something softer beneath the surface, a glimpse of vulnerability that ties back to her past, her music, and her ever-evolving sense of self. For Grimes, this tattoo isn't just ink, it's liberation. After years of being defined by her relationships, her fame, and her futuristic image, this moment feels like her reclaiming her own narrative. Every curve of that circular design represents a kind of completion, a full circle moment for someone who spent years evolving, breaking, rebuilding, and daring to exist outside every box society tried to place her in. It's no secret that her life with Elon Musk thrust her into a level of public scrutiny few could handle. From being labeled the eccentric girlfriend of a tech billionaire to being endlessly analyzed as a mother of three, Grimes became a symbol, but not always on her own terms. Now, with this face tattoo, she's taking that power back to her. Art is rebellion, and her body is the canvas. The tattoo isn't about shock value, it's about freedom. The freedom to change, to experiment, and to exist as she truly is, unfiltered, unapologetic, and fearless. And maybe that's why it went unnoticed for so long. Because Grimes didn't need the world's validation this time. This was something deeply personal, a quiet act of strength from someone who's learned that true power often doesn't scream. It simply exists. But as fans start to catch on, one thing's clear. Grimes has entered a new era, one defined not by who she's with, but by who she's become. In the end, this isn't just about a tattoo. It's about what it represents, the courage to evolve in plain sight, even when the world isn't paying attention. Grimes has always been more than a headline or a headline maker. She's an artist who lives her truth in the most unpredictable, unapologetic ways imaginable. from cosmic music to futuristic aesthetics, and now, a face tattoo that embodies a decade of emotional growth. Grimes continues to prove that her art isn't confined to sound or sight. It's a living, breathing reflection of who she is. Every change, every choice, every strange and beautiful detail is part of her ongoing self-portrait. And maybe that's the real beauty here, not in the tattoo itself, but in the quiet defiance behind it. Grimes doesn't chase perfection or approval. She creates, transforms, and moves forward entirely on her own terms.